Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Stargirl Season 1 Episode 3, Icicle. I am really enjoying this show so far. I think it had a lot of potential and I cannot wait to see what the show blossoms into, how much Courtney's going to grow as a character and as a hero. And yeah, I'm just very excited to get into Episode 3 and see what Icicle has to do with it. I'm guessing, we know the villain Icicle is back in town, so I'm guessing it's to do with him. As always, this reaction is up unedited on Patreon if you would like to watch it there, and on Patreon you can also request that I react to certain shows that you might want me to, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to watch this show. Let's go. Who's the child? Does he have a kid? Is that his wife, the little boy's mum?
You're such a special boy.
Please don't grow up to be a villain. You seem very sweet. Are we going to meet him as a teen? The little child shouldn't have to see this.
Fix this country.
That mission is very ominous sounding. So he's never going to back down from this mission, is he?
Destroy them.
Feeling less sad about this lady dying now than I was a minute ago. We know that feeling. I think your little boy just wanted a hug. He's probably going to grow up to be a villain.
You know, I've never seen him eat a piece of fruit. Seriously.
Well, he's your son. You should probably try and, fix that.
Why not?
Because we have to find the rest of the Injustice Society.
You're also a child who needs to go to school, my love.
Starman's daughter. Stargirl.
I really hope she does find out she is Starman's daughter.
3-point plan. Find them, surprise them, kick their asses. We're Stargirl.
That's not a detailed enough plan, sweetheart.
Could be anywhere or anyone.
Or everywhere and everyone. I'm very concerned about how far this town has been corrupted. Is he getting his powers or is that his dad waking up? He's less keen on this whole remaining in the Injustice Society, it seems. So his son doesn't appear to be a villain. He seems nice. It'd be funny if he ended up working with Courtney. You're gonna have to answer eventually. I don't think he's the sort of person that's gonna just let it lie. This song was definitely used in an episode of Teen Wolf. That's why I suddenly got flashes of like I was watching Teen Wolf. Of course, that was her. This janitor is suspicious.
Put it anywhere back in the deck.
Is that the little boy from the beginning, Icicle's son?
How'd you do that?
So he saw that she was just being kind. He's definitely Icicle's kid, right? That's why we're suddenly seeing this boy. Oh, so she's gonna definitely become her friend. She's gonna try and help her out. Yeah, like, did you really think he wasn't gonna turn up?
Now you're still performing the same old tired show. You've just
Is he gonna like go against them because they're horrible to him and he doesn't like them?
to know America is my destiny. But I'm back in
I really need to know what the details of this project, New America, are.
and I'll take
Does he do any of that? I can't speak. Does he ever do any actual work?
Keep going on forever.
it continues. It doesn't have
Maybe be a better parent because you're not raising the best of sons.
Jordan Marquette.
Yay! Why would you just clap him smiling?
Help make this country a better, safer place.
I really thought he was going to say great again.
One factory.
I mean, this sounds like a decent plan, but what is the sinister reality behind it? See, I understand clapping at the end of that statement, but not just when he says his name.
Barbara.
I'm trying to kill your daughter. Don't either of us know that.
I have to say, slut shaming is really damaging. Not to mention, it sets women back like 50 years.
I love Courtney so much.
Cares what you think, new girl.
That's what you should try and do when you see bullying or whatever, is stand up. She's just trying to do the right thing, because you should speak up and make sure people don't feel alone.
When am I ever going to use proper and improper fractions?
I literally never do. That's who did it. Which implies that Icicle Boy is nice. Assuming that this is Icicle Boy. I might like Icicle Boy.
I'm Courtney.
Is Icicle Boy the weird loner boy from the previous episodes? She wants a picture of them all together.
Like to join us.
He's so sinister because he's so nice. And you know it's a supervillain. So no, that's the weird can't speak, loner guy. I'm very confused. There are lots of brooding young men that look very similar. Or is he sending a message? Oh, so no, that was Jordan did that as a message to Stargirl. Is that it?
What are you doing down here? I told you to wait in your room until dinner.
God, this kid.
Says it's dinner.
Yourself whatever you want, okay?
Terrible parenting.
You got it.
He is supposed to be in trouble.
Paper out, okay? Be careful.
Killed my father.
Yeah, but you can't just jump in at the first sign of
See?
things.
The staff wants justice.
I love the staff so much. I love it.
Mike?
They need to tell her if he's going to take her out to superhero. Oh, that poor dog. This is very stupid. I'm very stressed.
Goodbye.
Yay! Oh my goodness. Break! Now it's too late. So he promised his wife that he'd defeat injustice by killing some kids on a school bus.
Not for long.
He's already seen. Is he gonna end up joining her team? Because he seems like a friendly person and he's got magic.
This was a mistake.
Yeah, I told you that. What is this dude doing? Is he trying to lure Stargirl out so he can attack her later? Oh dear. Child, there is a car coming. Did he get hit? Did he do it on purpose because the magician wasn't being friendly?
What? What? Oh my god, what?
Is he dead?
No. No. Oh no.
Oh my goodness, I didn't think the show was going to start murdering children in episode 3. I thought he was going to join a team. Was that punishment to him because he wouldn't fight back and he said that his son was all his child was so important to him? Icicle is hardly fighting injustice. Calling him more like, which obviously we know, but he promised his wife he'd fight injustice.
Joey was so sweet.
It's the headquarters of the Justice Society of America.
Yay, I like this. Somewhere we can work to fill as we rebuild. Okay, I'm glad the good guys had giant portraits, the same as the bad.
Wildcat.
Is he the janitor? Did he survive? I don't know, he's got a similar hair colour to the janitor.
Is this thing real?
Yeah.
The owl is here.
Midnight's owl.
That makes me very happy. I thought we had an owl man, but Dr. Midnight had the owl and we still have the
Every
owl.
time we'd come,
He's a good owl.
you and I don't stand a chance against him.
Not on your own.
If we had help.
Yes, I'm here for this. It's quicker than I thought she's suggesting it. Like, I thought she wanted this in the fullness of time.
So, a new Dr. Midnight.
Yes, for the owl. The owl needs a new Dr. Midnight.
No one can take.
A kid died today. And that's exactly why we have to, Pat.
I kind of agree with her in that one. Especially as, like, it wasn't like he was collateral damage in the fight. I don't think you should have shown her this place if you wanted to discourage her. Maybe taking her to all of their graves might have discouraged her more.
Destiny, Pat.
Come on, we're leaving.
You're very late for family dinner.
No more Stargirl and Stripe.
You're not a very good parent though. Like, kids just disobey you and then you just let them do it. So I don't know that she'll listen.
Wait. I am so sorry. Okay, I truly am.
What's his plan here?
I loved your boy.
You do not want to come up against this guy. Whoa, is he killing him? All the way? Wonderful.
News, thanks to Barbara's report, we found out that
She's getting dragged in to the evil inner circle without knowing it. So she's not a fan of dinner this week.
Where's Barbara?
In a way, family dinner should just be every night of the week that you can. Like, if you're a family. So if she has a meeting on a Wednesday, then you reschedule it for Thursday.
Yeah.
How much does he know? Everything? Because he saw his dad freaking out on the ice, so surely he knows stuff. Or has he been kept in the dark? Or you need to know what he knows. Because he was quite sweet, like he painted on the locker and... So that seems like they have kept him in the dark from everything. Is she taking everything so she can try and find who it belongs to.
Let's go do some recruiting.
I'm actually excited for that. I mean, Courtney's far too rash for everything, but I love it. God, this song was just on Teen Wolf, and it's all I think of when I hear it. Okay, so I really enjoyed that episode of Stargirl. I definitely think this show is like ramping into something that's going to be really a lot of fun. I love the concept of, I was going to call her Tiffany, Courtney wanting to recruit more people. I think it's so hard because she is so young, but not only is she so young, she's so new to her powers. Like, she needs to do a hell of a lot of training before she goes after bad guys, especially top level bad guys. You know, if she was just going to go and try and stop like a mugger down the road, maybe she could do it with the level of training she's got, but she's trying to go after like the big bad that killed the original JSA. So I do think, as much as I love Courtney, as much as I think she's acting pretty much like a kid would in that situation, she needs to have a lot more training. And Pat, that's what Pat should be doing. You know, Pat should be saying to her, okay, yeah, I'm going to let you do the superheroing, but first we're going to go and train. Because okay, luckily enough, a lot of it comes to her very intuitively, but she's nowhere near as skilled as she will get with training. So that is kind of, I'm finding that frustrating that Pat is either being like, yes, we'll go do it, or no, we're not going to do it, instead of just being like, well, let's train. And then in a way you can just delay her in training and hope that through training she'll figure out it's too difficult, or like it's too scary or too dangerous. The whole concept of them going after Icicle in this episode was really stupid. Like I said, she's barely started. Icicle is a full agent and he left that there for them. It was obviously a trap. He had the high ground, you know. Maybe go and try and do some recon and see who's hanging around. But yeah, I think what has actually really surprised me is how quickly things have moved. In the sense of like in episode 2, Brainwave was already in a coma, now sure he might wake up at some point. But Jordan killing the magician and his son, the Zareks, is very surprising to me. Like, I genuinely was thinking that his son was maybe going to end up on her team one day because, you know, his magic was growing, and maybe if he got hit and knocked into the river, he's going to turn up at some point in the future, not dead. Like, his dad is obviously dead. Maybe he's not going to be dead in the long run because we didn't technically see him die. But again, we also probably wouldn't have seen him get hit by a car. So maybe he got hit by the car into the water and then they couldn't find the body, so they assumed he was dead. And he will turn up because he said his magic was growing stronger. I mean, there's a chance for Joey, I think, but I also do think he's dead. So that was quite sad. And like I said, that was a very quick, you know, Jordan went from trying to convince him to join in to like, I'm just going to kill your son. I've got the opportunity. And, you know, him going up, thinking he could go up against Icicle. I mean, Icicle has shown how dangerous he is in that even his own team can't defeat him. Who know him, they'll be the ones that have the biggest knowledge of his weaknesses or his things. I'm almost surprised that if I was the magician and I was super mad about him murdering my son, I might have gone after his son. No, not even necessarily to kill him, but you know, I probably wouldn't, especially gone straight up against Icicle. I would have been like, your son doesn't seem to know anything, I'll go up against him. But yeah, I'm intrigued about Cameron, especially because he seems to be nice, he seems to be sweet. You know, he talked to Courtney, he painted over the slut on the locker when he didn't need to, you know, he could have just kept to himself. I'm very intrigued about what he's like. And I think there are two boys that I'm getting muddled. Like, there's the boy that was the weird loner at their lunch table, and then there's Cameron. And I don't think Cameron is the same person, because his hair, the other boy has more hair and it's slightly lighter, but then I'm also just very confused because who the hell is the other boy other than a walking stereotype? But Cameron is interesting because he genuinely seems nice, and you know, he saw his mum die and then his dad ran out to the garden and there was lots of ice, but I guess how much did the boy see? And from what they were saying, he doesn't seem to know much, or at the very least he doesn't know many details. So if he were to develop powers of some kind, he could potentially be someone that would end up on Courtney's team, not even knowing that his own dad was Icicle. Like, I think she's probably going to be recruiting from her peers, and he's an option. I think the two girls from her table, the one that's being bullied and the one that loves her parents a lot and was on the bus with Joey, I think they are definitely candidates. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see where it goes next. And like I said, I'm struggling a little bit with the concept of Pat letting her go, letting her superhero just because she needs to train if she's going to do it. Even as a child, okay, maybe she could choose to do it. But yeah, and I also don't like that they haven't told the mum. I mean, I get why they haven't told the mum, but he's married to her, so if he can't trust her with the secret that he was Stripesy and Starman and everything, he needs to tell her. And especially if he is allowing Courtney to, it's not like every episode he says to Courtney, now don't you take the staff and do anything, and every episode she goes, okay Pat, and then does it. Like, he goes with her, and I accept him going with her because he's protecting her while she's doing it and she's going to do it anyway. But I don't like that they're lying to the mum, especially when they then skip family dinners and don't tell her and stuff. You know, like, I think it's very iffy territory, and I don't think it's going to be very good for the long term, especially if she gets drawn in with this project New America, which is very evil and sinister. Also, other points, it's just that Pat is a terrible parent. Like, Mike is going to grow up into being an arrogant little brat at this rate. He's not a parent, like, he just gets away with whatever he wants. And the more he focuses on helping Courtney become a superhero, the less he's going to bother with Mike. And I could see Mike becoming a supervillain just because he's let to do whatever he wants. So yeah, Pat, I really want to love, but I'm also like, you are a terrible parent, and given that that is your primary role in this show, is to be the parent, you don't even seem to do much mechanicking, you're terrible at it. And yeah, I am very treated where the show's going to go next, and I'm just excited about the concept of her trying to recruit and find more people and who's it going to be, and out of the characters that I'm thinking are probably going to potentially become part of the team, what are they going to do? I mean, do children inherit powers? Because if she is saying that she's Starman's daughter, if we're right in that, because we still don't have biological proof of that, and I want it to be for her sake, rather than it just being the staff, when it senses a worthy person, could go to them, and then it's just a coincidence that they're both blonde and he looks kind of like her dad, or he could be her dad. It genuinely could be either. But in that sense, does Brainwave's son have his brainwave powers? Does our Icicle son have his icicle powers? Or will they just be more open to becoming other heroes? I'm very intrigued. So yeah, this show has so much potential at the moment, and I love it because it's partly moving really quickly and also moving quite slowly towards where it's going, and I just need it to get there already. I'm very excited. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. If you would like to watch it, if you're on YouTube and you'd like to watch this reaction or any other reactions unedited or request me to watch a show, please do go and check out my Patreon. And yeah, I'm very excited to keep watching the show. So yeah, thank you for watching.